Welcome back to Let's Play Elsinore. I'm Michael.
I'm Cameron. Ophelia!
You mustn't.
Ophelia mustn't.
I know.
By the end of this, you make Elsinore 2, you give me a call. Because I can do Ophelia!
Last time, we found out that Fortinbras, the invading prince, is hiding in Castletown.
Mm-hmm.
And then he killed us.
Mm-hmm.
And
After a long monologue.
An extremely long monologue. And we're gonna, I think, if I'm remembering what I'm doing right, yes, there we are.
Father.
Papa!
What?
Actually, you don't have proof of it at all. Do you?
Not really, other than, like, we know the
Please.
specific building where he's hiding out, so if they check it out, they should find him.
I believe it, but I must verify it. These theories are wild, but they're equally true. The War Council?
May I be permitted to witness the War Council, Papa?
Papa,
Yeah.
may I visit the War Council? Okay, when's that happen?
Soon-ish, I think. But we're also going to tell Bernardo, because,
He needs to know.
yeah, I mean, he's the captain of the guard. Actually, what we're telling Bernardo is
apologize.
we're telling him about Othello's problem.
That's the sequel to Othello.
You would think the first one would be called Othello's problem, but
No, the second one makes it clear that wasn't that big of a problem. Having like an evil best friend was not the problem. He's got a different problem. The problem is there's just a baby running around, and he's got to keep it from hurting itself. He's going in a construction
Othello
site.
just can't catch a break.
Yeah.
Othello's got a baby.
And it won't do what it's supposed to do.
No, it's that particular subgenre of family comedy where, like, pro wrestler who has become an actor has to watch over, like, 3 mischievous kids.
Like the Tooth Fairy or The Rock did one of those too, I think, right? Wait, is that the
Yeah,
Tooth Fairy?
I think that was the Tooth Fairy, and I think maybe Dave Bautista did one recently.
Uh-huh. I think Dave Bautista did one, and Vin Diesel also did one too. Although he was not a professional wrestler, but
But same type of guy, right?
kind of a kindergarten cop situation.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna save Othello.
Elsinore creators, if you're interested in doing a kind of Othello version of Elsinore and you want a kindergarten cop scenario in there, just let us know. we have very reasonable prices.
We will write all of this dialogue.
Yeah. Cool. They helped him out.
My lady.
This is made particularly amusing by the fact that we literally just, like, this is his first meeting with us. Because we have reset the time loop.
I'm here with the police, and we're gonna make complications in your life. Who's that gardener? We ever talked to that person?
The gardener?
Yeah, there was a gardener back there.
I mean, it's probably just like a servant character who doesn't have dialogue.
Interesting. Interesting, Elsinore. So what are we doing now? Oh, we're waiting for the War Council?
Yes.
Got it.
I'm trying to figure out where it's happening.
That's how you prevent people from attending the War Council. You say, "Oh yeah, you can come to the War Council all you want, wherever you want to come." Normally we don't let women in, but you can come to the War Council anytime you want. And you just don't tell anybody where it is.
Whenever. Yeah, so it's supposed to be happening on the landing, and it turns out everyone was just delayed.
They're busy. Wait, this is where the War Council meets?
No, Polonius has to let us in.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes.
Let's meet in our regular War Council place, a balcony. Outside my bedroom.
My king. My
So if
lord.
this is Claudius's chambers now, where were his chambers before?
I don't know. Maybe they made him live in the chapel. He had to live in the portrait gallery.
Put in that cinema scenes ding right in here. Throw that bad boy right in here.
Where are all the bathrooms?
Yeah.
This isn't an immersive sim.
Of course.
Sneaky Ophelia.
Dun 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 dun. If it can happen in this world, it will appear on the timeline?
Mm-hmm.
That's a big if. Okay.
What's this?
What's this all about?
Thought.
Cool, blimey.
Skip to me, Lou.
Aye. Now then.
Okay.
Yeah, so this will teach Fortinbras to stab us.
We'll send our entire military against him. All 5 of them. I feel like at some point where it's going to be revealed that, like, Bernardo has, like, secret police.
God.
The King's Cursed Book. Ah, yes.
Yeah. That playmaster, yeah, he seems to know something about it.
No.
Yeah, I think I probably would have believed you.
Now then.
Since I'm trapped in a time loop, I think
So,
I'd probably believe anyone who explained that time loop to me.
Yeah. Well, so Quince has given us something of a motivation. He wants the book. He wants the cursed book, and he has a play that he will show us that will explain more about that. The problem is he's already performed it, so we're gonna have to go back in time at some point and watch it.
And so he probably performs it right here, right? Have you seen any of like the design docs or anything like that? Because the only reason I ask that is I know that you have like interviewed some of the developers on this before.
Yeah, I've never really done anything like a professional interview. I've mostly just been chatting sort of about like Shakespeare and processes of adaptation and things like that. So no, I haven't seen any design docs.
I would just be curious about like what their internal and I know that some of the developers have watched this. If y'all have published any of these design docs, I'd just be very curious to see like how they mapped this thing. You know what I mean? Like how they kept all this kind of structure together in their head, all the dependencies, so that they could kind of look at it and then make kind of top level decisions. That seems like it'd be very, very hard for this. Dang. One more day.
We are now, I guess, 2 for 2 in terms of putting people who have stabbed us in prison.
Dang.
Oh wait, no, I don't think. I think Claudius stabs us at one point when the ghost is kiting him, and I don't think we can get Claudius into prison, unfortunately.
Guard captain.
Your Highness.
Dang, are we going to stand up Othello? No, we're not. Okay,
No.
good.
I was making sure that that was not a situation we were stuck in.
Now then.
I think these guards might be bad at their job.
Maybe.
Clowns. Ice Clown sinks. Clown Town, or whatever. Okay. What song?
He was singing a song, actually.
Oh, did not catch that. Was it in italics?
Yes, it was.
Oh, that's how you know.
It's actually a song from Othello the play.
There's songs in Othello the play?
Oh, yes.
Interesting.
I mean, it's maybe a strange choice for a tragedy, but also one of the remarks that is commonly made about Othello is it has a lot of markers of a comedy, generically, but they all go in the wrong direction.
Perhaps. My lady.
Also famously a jukebox play in which they took
Yes.
the best songs of
Shakespeare-
the time period.
Shakespeare did do jukebox musicals. Like, he just did pop, like, all the songs that are sung are usually popular songs.
Dang.
Also, you mentioned, I think, Titania either earlier in a previous episode. Here's Othello telling us about the time he went to Athens and might have been abducted by fairies.
Dang, dude. He's had a rough life.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
And of course, this is Othello in the play is this is kind of a thing he is renowned for, right? He's a tale teller. He's traveled the world, and he's seen a lot of things, and he's a great orator.
Dang, what? She's
Yeah,
got
he
magic.
was. Yeah, he was spirited away by fairies, and then fought his way back into the mortal realm.
Othello presents the jaunt.
Othello?
But he's never been in love.
Wow. I just I was about to say the name of the female lead in Othello, and I was going to say the name Marzipan, and I'm 99%
That's from
sure.
Homestar Runner.
Well, that's from all kinds of stuff. But I'm pretty sure it's not Marzipan. I'm like 85% sure it's not Marzipan.
Her name is Desdemona.
Yeah, there we go. That's close.
Now we're sort of, she's explaining she's been in love, but that thing with Hamlet didn't end well.
But I've been in love with the biggest shitheel in this town.
Yep.
Uh-oh, smooching Othello.
Why not? He's not as much of a shitheel as Hamlet.
No, he's not. He's great, he seems. Well, I'm trapped in a time loop.
Now then.
So, what's Bernard? Bernard's just like checking out to see what else is going on in the town between here and there, basically.
Yeah, and he's like interrogating Fortinbras.
Got it.
My apologies.
Uh-oh. A Norwegian plot. Why was Fortinbras hollering about Sweden earlier?
He also wants to take over Sweden.
Damn. Dang.
Hold nothing back.
Yes.
Bernard was a real long-term thinker.
Yeah. All right, well, let's go on our date now.
Well, that
Like-
seems bad, I guess. Got somewhere to be. Mm-hmm. Bye-bye.
Ah.
So yeah, we're just like getting basically a lot more character stuff now. Just watching these little scenes. Not a whole lot of plot. Here
Yeah,
he's
it's just chilling out.
yeah.
Othello's story time.
Horatio's kind of coming on to Othello.
Everybody likes him.
Yeah.
Dang.
So yeah, he's explaining kind of, and again, right, this is sort of a thing that it gets mentioned pretty briefly in Shakespeare's play, but here we get kind of a story built around that, right? We take the fact that Othello was a slave to the Sultan, and we get like a whole kind of narrative of his life revolving around that particular point.
And he was like, I want to own my own bar.
And if we had not gotten those hoodlums scared off, they would have stabbed him by now.
When Irma and Horatio were hanging out.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
I see.
Yep. And so here we get sort of the most explicit, like this is
Of
this is
course.
fairly accurate sort of early modern like race thinking, right? That they would have been Ophelia and Othello here, as we see them, would have been recognized as Moors or Ethiopians.
Oh. Oh.
Escaping into books, except the cursed book. Wait, he just say he was Somali?
Yes.
Is that true?
What do you mean true?
Well, I mean, is that represented in Othello anywhere else?
Othello's origins are hazy, right? Like there is, to give you an idea, right? There is, this is a much older sort of way of framing the debate, but there is like, there are different threads of critical thought on, here he's talking about, conversion to Islam and so on when he was in slavery. There's a question in Othello criticism, is he a like North African Moor or a sub-Saharan Moor is kind of the, basically, right, how black is Othello is another
absolutely.
way of putting it.
Yeah. I mean, basically, is his complexion that of like an Arab, like what we would think now today, right? Of being in the Middle East, or
Right, because in Shakespeare's time, those things were not finely distinguished, not distinguished in the way that they are distinguished now with the modern conception of race.
Yeah.
What?
Now we're inviting him into the castle.
Dang.
This castle.
These two areas are all I've ever known.
I.
This Final Fantasy IX looking ass water.
This whole thing does. This whole like little screen has kind of a Final Fantasy IX look to it.
Mm-hmm.
I think because the camera moves up, right? It's not at the same angle.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, we didn't come all this way for nothing. We were going to sleep with Othello.
Here, help me get nude in the swamp water.
And
I'm
it's
King
just like
Claudius. Hey, everybody.
I want to know what Claudius is up to. Like, why is he wandering around the grounds at this hour?
You're just hanging out.
My lord. No.
My lord.
Dang, King Claudius, you suck.
Mm-hmm.
What?
I am king.
Dang, King Claudius is a racist.
Yep. Yep. Talking about putting his head up on the wall like an old black ram, which of course is a, racialized epithet that gets used in Othello itself.
Go now.
Goodbye. Girl.
Claudius.
Dang, huge racist Claudius.
Mm-hmm.
What going on here?
Yep. A lot of things are being worked out in a lot of ways.
Othello's gonna have left or something. He's gonna have invented the rocket boot and jumped right out of this plane.
That's one of the endings is Othello becomes the Rocketeer.
Oh.
Yes.
Never.
Dang. Because it's too late. I didn't notice that Othello had. Does he have 3 eyebrow piercings?
I'm not sure if they're eyebrow piercings or if they're scars. He's
I thought this
inviting us to come with him to Italy to just run away with him.
Do it. I thought maybe he was like Scene Kid
Othello.
Othello.
What? Please.
I don't know. It seems like this would be, since you know that whenever you go to sleep or whenever you die or whatever, since you know you're gonna.
Here he is.
Intriguing.
God, you jackass.
Wins.
Yeah, and you might think like, oh, if maybe if we go with Othello, we'll have a different version of Othello too, right? Not just a different version of Hamlet, but a different version of Othello. But as Quince is telling us here, sorry, no, that's not going to happen, right? When Othello leaves, Othello is going to happen.
Oh yes, marzipan.
Yeah.
Dang.
Such tragedy.
Well, yeah. Damn, Quince, you're a jackass.
Stop this.
Oh! He's zipping out of existence like Final Fantasy VII.
Yep, let's do it. Let's just, I mean, forget everything. Like, let's leave.
Yes.
Yes. Well, there you go.
Now then.
Yep. Like, turns out one way of solving the problem of Hamlet is just to leave the play Hamlet and go to a different play.
Well, much like many narrative structures, like the horror film or the romance or the comedy, you can improve them, the outcomes for many people just by leaving.
Yeah. And so even though
Hamlet.
we did that, even though we left,
What?
something eventually, right, we got pulled back to Elsinore. Everything reset.
Great. Thanks, evil castle. So we don't really know who has the book, right?
Well,
I
Lady
know.
Simona is our best lead right now, and she apparently shows up in Castletown on Sunday afternoons. The problem that we've been having is that Fortinbras invades before Sunday afternoon, before we can go into Castletown. Now it happens that we know what we can do with Fortinbras to maybe perhaps delay his invasion. But I don't know. I want to see some other stuff first. So we're gonna. I mean, forget that book. The book sounds like bad news. Let's try getting out of this in other ways.
Yeah, it's cursed.
So we'll start this by warning Polonius about his eventual death.
He's probably gonna go get in a fight. He's probably gonna get pushed down. Uh-oh.
Accidentally paused the screen instead of.
I mean, you were thinking, what's the best way to get out of this loop? You were getting some ideas from Ophelia.
Uh-huh.
The best way to get out of the loop is just leave.
He's gotta quit the game and go to Venice. So we have a couple things we're going to do. One is, we couldn't leave with Othello. So what if we left with some other people?
Our best bro.
What?
Dang.
So we warned Polonius about his own death. Now we're warning Laertes. So he will no longer go to Paris. And Quince had told us that he gives a little performance in the mornings before he comes to the castle. So we're going to take a look at that.
I like when people whip right off this thing.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Spirits and sprites?
Mm-hmm.
the mirthful merchant.
Okay. Some sort of needful things?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Magic cocaine, huh? There's nothing I love more than perverse joy, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, yeah.
Makes
This
me
is
laugh.
a very interesting little story that Quince is telling us. This poor man handing out gifts.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah, so the voice of God got carried back to the shore.
No, is this
Oh.
the Shakespeare?
No.
Okay.
ah.
Oh, that's bad.
Yep. So, Yeah, he must create life. He wanted nothing more than to die, and in response, the gods gave him a special gift, perhaps some sort of book, that means he must constantly create life.
Is this story about Quince?
Maybe, but then his poor trinket was stolen, and now he can't find it.
Terrible night for a curse, I'll tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
Quince?
Mm-hmm. Oh well.
Yep. Yeah, so there's a kind of our link, right? This book, The Hand of Dionysus, is probably in the possession, maybe, of Lady Simona. And it's what Quince wants.
Just
Now
stand
we're
here and
gonna wait
vibrate for a while.
Yeah. We're going to do some more with Quince. He gave us this option many episodes ago to change the play that you watch.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to experiment with that and see what happens if we maybe have him make the play about something other than what Hamlet wants it to be.
Ah.
I mean, if I could just, in a Groundhog Day scenario, right, a Happy Death Day esque, I would never get out of it because I would never do anything that would get me out of it fundamentally. Like I just, Bill Murray has to become a whole different person over aeons of life, and I just probably wouldn't be able to do that. And so if I were stuck in this situation, I would kill Quince at the beginning of every loop.
Well, I mean, that might be one way of solving the problem, perhaps.
I don't know if it would solve the problem. It would make me feel better.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Eternally.
I guess you're not as good of a person as Ophelia is.
No.
Never once does she consider doing murder.
Huge mistake. Whoa, damn. I didn't realize last time that they put that up. It's like stage. A thigh-slapping comedy.
Of ineptitude.
The false wise man.
The fake-ass punk.
Polonius just the false wise man.
Ladies and
Gonzago.
gentlemen.
This is Final Fantasy IX.
So Carambus, the idiot counselor in this play, is the name of the character of Polonius in the first printed quarto of Hamlet.
What?
Yeah, the first quarto of Hamlet, Q1, has like a third of the play's content as we understand it, and a lot of the characters have different names.
It was like draft one.
That's one of the arguments, yes, that is what that is. It was the sort of original or first draft, or it was a cut down draft for a repertory company.
Mm-hmm.
And so in the same way that Claudius could understand that the play was about him when that was the play being put on, we now have Polonius realizing that this play is about what a massive dingus he is.
Am I being owned?
Yep, exactly.
Wow. Am I being owned is truly a confusion that extends through all of human art.
And Polonius thinks, for some reason that this is what everyone thinks of him, right? He's thinking that this was essentially like an official like court production.
Oh,
No.
he's been hyper clowned.
Good old Polonius. Everyone's like applauding for Quince.
Of course.
Hamlet's very upset.
I paid for this play.
So
Yeah,
strong
man.
implications that Polonius knew about the affair with Gertrude,
Oh.
which is again one of the questions in Hamlet. Because the play Hamlet spends a long time misdirecting Polonius, who seems like a huge idiot. And the question is like, why is Hamlet wasting all of this sort of energy trying to misdirect Polonius? Well, he doesn't really know how much Polonius knows, and the play doesn't really tell you how much Polonius knows.
Go to Bernardo. He is right here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Dang, you're just whipping that out?
Yes, because I was hoping that an ending was going to trigger here, but I forgot to do this part. So we've got to put Brit in jail, unfortunately.
Ophelia.
Okay. We got to teleport somewhere to do it? Okay.
Yeah. No, it's got to be a family meeting. And the reason Brit had to go to jail is because Laertes had to be here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Polonius is saying, why don't we just go back to the old family estate?
Father. What?
Yes. Laertes, you will recall, is involved with Brit, so he doesn't want to leave.
Yeah, huge mistake.
Mm-hmm.
She's a traitor, bro.
And so, fortunately, I have already set things up such that within short order, there will be no reason for Laertes to want to stay.
Ophelia.
I'm sorry?
Shazoo!
I bring news.
Brit.
Dang. Scoundrels.
Mm-hmm.
Hashtag scoundrel punishments.
Of course.
So, you recall that Brit is no longer trying to kill us. Quince changed that, so Ophelia actually feels bad for putting her in prison. But it's the only way to get this ending, so it all evens out.
Mm-hmm.
Brit.
Dang, Laertes, you've dreamed a dream and now that dream is gone from you? Just like Morpheus?
What?
Dang.
Father.
Polonius, you might be an idiot, dude. My wise bones. Well, my father's wise bones, I guess.
Let's go.
So be it.
Yeah, and so here we are. We're gonna, we didn't fleeing with Othello didn't work. Now we're gonna try fleeing with our family. See how that goes.
Who the hell is Reynaldo?
Reynaldo is one of Polonius's men. He's actually someone, he sends Reynaldo to spy on Laertes in Paris in the play.
Oh, so this is the part that people talk about in Elsinore where it turns into a city builder game.
Yes.
No, we're going to go start our own little castle town outside of our dilapidated family estate. And I like how we've come up with this and also a Sims version, just constantly spilling over into other games.
No, Ophelia.
Didn't make it 20 acres before she was pulled back in time. So yeah, next time on Let's Play Elsinore, we might fiddle around a little bit more, see what other dead ends we might locate, or maybe we'll finally break the curse. See you then.
Goodbye.